Greetings! I thought I wanted to do a separate video on this subject because this subject is the most important subject you will ever know about. These are the 5 steps to a self-controlling population. If you want to create a population that controls itself so that you don't have to control the population as much, then these 5 steps are to be followed. Step number 1. You use the media to feed people fear. Oh, there was a rapist, there was a murderer, oh, there was a laser shooting today, oh, there's a shooting here, oh, terrorism. So all these fearful things are given to us on the media so that we are afraid of each other. So that's step number 1. Step number 2 is when people are afraid, that leads to distrust. When we are fearful of each other, we are distrusting, right? Distrust, step number 3, distrust leads to over-suspiciousness. We become suspicious of everything. Everything you do can be suspicious. I just read on the news the other day, someone was smiling to a stranger, was put in jail, was brought to the police station for suspicious antisocial behavior. So if you go a little bit outside of the norm or the box of the culture, then that creates a reason for people to be suspicious of you. So distrust leads to over-suspiciousness. Step 4. Over-suspiciousness and paranoia then leads to excessive need for control. So when you are suspicious of something, you try to control it. Perhaps you call the police, you say someone is acting in suspicious ways or whatever. Step number 5, when people control each other, bingo, we have a population that controls itself. We have an entity controlling itself. So the politicians themselves, they don't need to control us as much, because the only thing the politicians need to do is to give people reasons to be afraid, and when that is done, then their job is finished, because now the population will do the rest of the work. The population will control itself. Bingo! So that's one of the reasons why the media is such a powerful tool of control. And who owns and controls the media? It's Illumicorp. If you haven't watched my homepage is illumicorp.org. And as you are aware, I stole an initiation video from them when I was in their headquarters in New York. And these 5 steps that I'm sharing with you here, they explained those 5 steps to me, and I still remember it, so I thought I might share that with you now here. So let's say you just want to go out. Let's say right now I'm going outside of my window, I'm sitting under a tree and meditating. Since that is an act outside of the norm of this particular culture that I'm living in, that will give people reasons to be afraid. Oh, why is he meditating under a tree? Maybe he's a terrorist, or maybe something else. So now you know the mechanism behind self-control. So on an individual level, if you plant fear in an individual, you say, for example, okay, if you behave in this way, there's a God in the sky who will send you to hell. So that's on a micro level. So that creates self-control in the individual. If you want a self-controlling population on the other hand, now we're on the macro level, then the media give people reasons to be afraid. And that, I guess, is also a reason why they want crime. The people in power, they want crime. Because when there is crime, people have a reason to be afraid of each other. And when people have a reason to be afraid of each other, they have a reason to be suspicious of each other. When they have a reason to be suspicious of each other, they have a reason to control each other. Makes everything easier for the police and the government. Fine.